Welcome back to Las Vegas. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people, and the most incredible magician here in Las Vegas at the moment is Criss Angel. How are you?
It's great to see you, Alex, and I thank you so much for coming back to Believe once again. This is great.
It's so nice to see you, and I tell you why I love your show. It's so polished and so quick. I won't say who, but I saw a magician yesterday, and 3 of the 10 tricks went wrong. He got everybody up on stage who didn't speak English. The thing took twice as long as it should have. It is amazing to me how magic can go so wrong, even when you know what you're doing.
Well, in fairness to whatever that magician was that you winked at, and to all the magicians, you know, this is live, and honestly, things have happened in my show that, you know, the fire alarm went off in one performance. You know, the things that are out of your control, but have to do with timing or, you know, things that are uncontrollable, if you will. And that's what makes live performance so exciting and so wonderful for the public, because it really challenges myself and the other magicians and artists to really be able to adapt and take a situation that produces lemons and make lemonade from it.
Having said that, though, if I'm watching a magician and it doesn't work and you don't know how to get out of it and there's no way out of it, you're going to look pretty damn stupid, aren't you?
Well, I believe there's always a way out of it, and I think that really tests the skill and the wisdom of the entertainer, because even if something goes drastically wrong, you can always have the audience on your side. And I think that's the important thing. My success has come not from the illusions and demonstrations that I've done. It's come from the emotional connection that I've had with my audience worldwide. It's that connection when they care about you, they're rooting for you. So when something goes wrong, you know, they're there to support you, and they can see also how difficult, because we try to make it look easy, right? But a lot of what we do in Believe is illusions and demonstrations that you'll never see in any other show in the world, because it involves technology. It takes magic out of the box and creates the illusion without any boxes. Essentially, the proscenium, the theater, is the box. So it really relies more so in this show than any other show on split-second timing. A millisecond can make the difference if one aspect is not on their game, whether it would be lighting, whether it would be special effects, whether it would be the choreography, the music, and some other technical things that I can't discuss.
I have 2 favourite magicians in the world. You're one of them, because what you do is so clever. The other was Lance Burton, who I thought was a master magician in an old sense, that he could do things with his hands, and he made it look so beautiful in a traditional sense. But what's great about you is you're modern, and seeing your crowd today, the front row was full of kids. The second row had 30-year-olds. The next row had 50-year-olds. There was 90-year-olds. Then there's 30-year-olds. You've really made Magic 2013, because a lot of people make it look quite old-fashioned with all that steering and hand stuff that's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it, really?
Well, I've been very blessed to have the #1 best-selling magic show in the world, and it's really a tribute to the amazing company that I've aligned myself with. That's Cirque du Soleil, that's MGM, Luxor, and the incredible team that works on the show, because I am tireless with trying to make the show better. I realize that we're in a very difficult economical time. It's challenging, and people are not coming to Vegas to see multiple shows. They're coming to see one show, and I'm just grateful that they're picking our show to see, and I want to deliver the very best performance that we can possibly do, and have them give me the greatest PR, which is word of mouth, because we don't take out a lot of billboards and stuff like that. We don't need to do that stuff. It's our audience has come because they've seen me on television, they've seen the show, they tell their friends, and the demographic is so diverse. It's all different demographics, different, you know, people from the spectrum, whether rich, poor, black, white, Asian. It's everything, and it's just such a gratifying feeling to have people, because magic appeals to the masses, and to be able to present it in a way where it's an intimate kind of evening. It's a concert. It's fun. It's exciting. It's entertaining. It's dangerous. It's sexy. It's scary. It's something for everybody in Believe.
I've seen seen you on the internet, and you have more hits than any other magician in the world ever, put together probably. And some of the stuff you do is quite creepy. There are no boundaries with you, are there? You'll do anything. If it's in the sort of mind freak area, if it's in the pushing magic to the next level, you're prepared to do anything. How have you managed to sort of get the women on side? Because that's the tough thing, isn't it? Because this is sort of, guys go and see the magic, the women go and see the Chippendales, but you've really made them love you. Is it because you're a sex symbol?
No, I don't look at myself in any way, shape, or form as a sex symbol or as, is even attractive, quite honestly. I think what it is, honestly, it's the message. I think I put out positivity in a world where you can find so much negativity on your Twitter, on your, on the internet, in schools. And I'm out there saying, look, I am no different than anybody here. I had a dream. I worked my ass off. I'm living my dream, and you can do it too. I'm not special. I worked hard. And I think my message is to root for everybody to live their dreams and to make the most of their lives. And I think that really has resonated in such a global way for me with my fans that I think, again, it's people rooting for the person that's rooting for them. So, I think people care. And it's interesting because it's about, I think the latest statistics were about 55 to 45 women versus men. So it's pretty close. But I'm so excited about so many different things that we're working on right now, which I wish I can tell you about. But there's a big announcement that will be happening this month about the future of my television career. That's all I can say. Okay,
why don't you give me the exclusive? It could make me an awful lot of money.
I'd love to. I'll make a deal with you as soon as I know when I can say it, because the party that's doing this with me wants to make the announcement, which I respect and understand, and they're paying a lot of money, so I got to respect them. But you've always been such a huge proponent. You've gave us the most amazing quote. I think it was last year. You said A+, and you've seen all the magic shows, and we certainly are using that quote, and we're very grateful to be able to use that quote, but we've worked very hard for it. But anything we can do for you and for your listeners, we are going to do. So you have a direct line to me.
All right, good. Let's talk about the future and where you go. I mean, you're here for how long now? Because, I first saw this 4 years ago, and the show has evolved so much.
Brand new show.
A brand new show, loads of new tricks now. How long are you in it for at the moment? When are you out of contract?
I have a 10-year deal. I just celebrated on Halloween of last year, my 4th anniversary. I got 6 more years to go. We have a 5-year option. We'll see what happens when we come to that. We'll cross that bridge. But I have 6 years left, and honestly, I'm not done with the show. I will be done with this show in about 6 months. I have new illusions going in that I've been working on, one of which for 17 years. I have a levitation that will revolutionize levitation as we know it in live performance. And that's a tribute to my incredible team and to Cirque du Soleil for giving me the opportunity to bring it to life. It's a crazy dream. And some other illusions along with new music, bringing in a lot of dubstep and some really cool music, costuming, redoing some of the lighting. I'm always tweaking. Guy Laliberté said to me one time, a production, a show is a living organism, and it's so true.
So you're here 46 weeks a year. You do 2 shows a night for 5 days a week. Keeping it fresh, I think, is probably the hardest thing. I've seen a lot of shows here that are tired, and it's no surprise. It's exhausting. There is no Believe by Cirque du Soleil without Criss Angel, and your energy tonight, again, is just like the last time I saw it, and the time before that, and the time before that. You give 100%. Where do you get that from? Where is that belief to go on stage and give it 100%?
Well, I just feel it took me, as I say in the show, which is really true, it took me 18 years to become an overnight success. This is what I dreamt about. This is what I had a burning desire to live and to breathe and to do. And so even when I'm tired or if I'm sick, I've never missed a live performance, any performance for that matter, in my career. I perform sick, I perform with a hernia, I perform with torn ligaments, I have, all sorts of medical conditions that I've performed with. I've never missed a show in my life. It's because I feel like people have paid a lot of money to come to Vegas, schedule it. They are excited about coming here. And I remember many years ago in the 90s when I came to Vegas, and I was excited to see a magic show. And I won't say what magic show it is, and I won't even give you the wink. But I will tell you this, that it got canceled, and I was so disappointed. And I never, ever want to make anybody have that disappointment, to feel that disappointment, because I know what it's like. And as long as I can get out of bed, I will be doing the show. And when I'm on stage, I'm always giving 110% along with my incredible cast and crew.
For those obsessive-compulsive people listening on some digital device, you haven't got a rash and you're not having a good scratch. We've got the dogs here, just so people know, because there's been the odd, strange noise that people might be wondering.
Yeah, I have. I've rescued these two beautiful German Shepherds. One's a Czech Shepherd, the other one's an American Shepherd, and they have been just wonderful. One is named Chiclet, and the other one is named Oso. So in Spanish, it means gummy bear. It wasn't anything planned. It was the names that Oso. When I got Oso, that was his name. I didn't want to change it. And then Chiclet's real name was Piglet, which I hated, and so I named it Chiclet because it was my first dog when I was a little kid. So there you have it. So I love animals. They bring me so much joy, and I would encourage, everybody that's listening to this to get your dog spayed and neutered, or if you want an animal, if you want joy in your life and you can afford to do it, don't go to like a local shelter. Chiclet was going to be destroyed in 2 days, and I'm so happy that we were able to save her. She is an amazing dog. There's so many amazing animals out there that need great homes, and you don't have to spend money. You can save a life.
And it's great that you've got them here with you, because this is your family, isn't it? I mean, you're probably spending longer here than you are at home.
Yeah, I don't have children. These are my children, and they go with me everywhere. So so my animals go with me every day, everywhere I go, and I do spend a tremendous time here at the theater, and anywhere I go, they're with me. They just, it makes me feel kind of at ease, and it just kind of feels like home.
I want to talk to you very finally about something I want to rant about, if you don't mind, because I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable position. But there's this dynamo who is the biggest thing in magic in Britain right now. And it occurs to me that a lot of the stuff he does, I've seen before, and I've seen it before by you. Now, I know they say that there's no greater compliment than somebody nicking your act. Are you aware of this guy? Have you heard of him?
Well, I would just answer it this way. If an artist comes out with a song, I don't believe somebody can, literally just take that song and do that song and try to pass it as if it was their own and take that money. It's called stealing. And it's unfortunate that some people have the lack of creativity and ingenuity to be able to come up with their original stuff. But you know what? I never look over my shoulder. I'm about trying to push envelopes, and what people are doing is what I've done, 7 years ago. The new stuff that I'm working on will do what the old stuff did for its generation and for its time. So I guess people will rip me off. I guess that means that, as the most successful magician online with over 200 million views, 46 million or 47 million just on my one clip, you're going to have a lot of magicians going out there trying to see what works, what people are watching. And with more hours on magic on primetime television than any magician in the history of TV, you're going to have that. And that, again, I don't say that boasting. I say that out of hard work, out of incredible teams, out of my incredible management. And so you're going to have that. But it's unfortunate. I'm the guy that's doing it and trying to push the envelope and do great things by pushing myself. And if you're going to have people that are going to knock it off and rip it off, I feel bad for them, because there's no soul there. There's no authenticity. There's no art there. Anybody can rip off anybody.